Sam and David, I know this is silly, but is this thing about the 72 virgins real? If it is, I simply can't believe this is from God. David, you liked my comment on the Boom Squad comment section, by the way. Okay, cool. So, yeah, Lukman, you've got the Quran and the Hadith, right? The Quran refers to the houris that you get in paradise. So faithful Muslims will be rewarded with these houris, and the Quran goes on to describe them. The Hadith flesh them out, and the Hadith are fairly inconsistent on that. They'll describe things differently and give different kinds of numbers. Same thing with the commentaries. But Sam, what do we at least know from the Quran?
If you go to chapter 78, verses 31 and 33, which is very graphic, you'll see that it says, awaiting them are these maidens with white eyes. And this is literally what the Arabic says. Kawa'ib atraba means swelling, firm breasts. I don't mean to get graphic. That was kind of silly. I over-animated it. But you get the point. In other words, these maidens, their breasts are firm. They don't sag. And this is what awaits the Muslim. And then if you go to chapter 56 of the Quran, it says that these maidens haven't been, and literally the Arabic says, haven't been deflowered by any men or jinn. In other words, they're waiting for their husbands to come and deflower them. That's what the Quran says. So, hey, this is the Quran. It's graphic language. I even got embarrassed to repeat it, but that's what it says.
Yeah, well, you'd be even more embarrassed if you actually went through the Hadith and the commentaries, because that's where you find out that, the number 70 or 72, that's kind of the minimum. You can actually get way more. You find out that, according to some passages, again, these are going to differ in their reliability, but you've got Muhammad saying that Allah will actually take the wives of the Jews and Christians and give them to Muslims in paradise. You have the question being raised, how are we going to keep having all this sex? And Allah says that he's going to give you a miraculous erection, a penis that never goes soft, so you can just spend all eternity having sex. So this is going to come down to how you assess the hadiths, how far you're willing to go. But at the very least, you have what the Quran says. Yes, according to Islam, there are all these virgins waiting for you in paradise, and that is how Muhammad, that is one of the ways he enticed people to join his religion. Muslims think Muhammad went around, he was preaching, and there are all these converts. Nonsense. When Muhammad was preaching just simple monotheism and convert to me because of the Quran, he won very few converts. He was preaching in Mecca for years, and he had around 100 converts after years of preaching. So that didn't work. When he changed his method to, if you join me, then we will go out, we will take people's stuff, we will take their wives captive, and you'll either come back, in which case we'll split up all the war booty, the women, the slaves, all of that stuff, we'll split it all up, or you'll die in battle and you'll go to heaven and you'll get even more. Win-win, right? That's when he started getting massive numbers of followers. So that is Islam. And my friend, if you say you got a problem with that, I got a problem with that too.